streaming not to really have to know that people are watching.
Mm-hmm.
It's better just to imagine they're not, you know? So
Okay.
Adam,
That's what I do most of the
picked
time.
out 2 FISM award winners today, and they couldn't be any different. So that's exciting, right?
Yeah, we picked out 2.
So that's exciting. So why don't we start with the what do we have? A diamond and a pearl, from what I've come to understand.
So we're gonna start.
And
We're gonna start
tomorrow.
with JP Vallerano. Okay.
Enchanté. Enchanté. Mon ami, sacre bleu.
All right. This is gonna be good.
Mon Dieu.
All right. Am I recording?
I learned a lot of ancient
Yes.
French curses when I was in France. I learned a lot of ancient French profanity. Sacre bleu, you know. Right?
What does that mean?
Gadzooks. You know, you have to
Yeah.
like imagine, like, if I wanted to get into a shooting fight with you, I would first take off my gloves and throw them down in front of you and
Smack
say,
you in the face.
Sacre
Like,
bleu.
yeah.
I hate to intrude upon you at the opera, but this card magic cannot stand, sir. You know,
Well, I hope this holds up.
it's like the Count of Monte Cristo. Oh, the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yummy, yummy,
This is
yummy.
like if the Dread Pirate Roberts was going to do card magic.
All right, here we go. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Macromagie.
I guess he won in 1991.
Mm-hmm.
He also doesn't say a word to the audience. It's all music.
That's why it's Jumbo Index. Boom.
Hey, that was unexpected.
Ah. I do love the French style.
Boom.
I like the sound effects.
Yeah.
Vallerano gives good magic fingers. Look at those fingers. Look at that.
They are nice.
He definitely has some magic pinky going, doesn't he?
He's got the ring on the pinky to draw attention to the pinky, and then the pinky is doing that magic pinky thang.
The magic pinky.
Copperfield used to have some mean magic pinky too.
I think everybody had a little bit of it.
I didn't see this trick coming when I mentioned that. Whoa!
I know. I thought it was misled as well.
Sacre bleu!
And I've actually never seen that before. That change right there. That changing
No,
that.
I hadn't either.
I mean, let me just run it back just a little bit. It's
It looked like this was after he watched the first Sankey tape or something.
Oops, I went back too far, didn't I?
Look at that coin move. You see that thumb position there? Sweet.
What do you mean, right here?
Right. Go back with the coin. He moves back with that thumb with the coin, and it's resting on his thumb in this upright position, and it's like change.
Wait, is going backwards part of the? Oh, forget it.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, muscle pass. That's hard.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, there it is.
Did you
Yeah,
see the way
That's
did you see
just-
the way it was balanced on his thumb there?
it really was. Yeah, it was really balanced.
It's pretty interesting because this is definitely has the feeling like he's just literally doing some moves here at the table.
He definitely has that feeling.
But he's got that style that, you know, you can tell that that's often probably how he does it. He's just jamming.
Yeah.
Watch that pinky, y'all. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And
There it is. Ooh.
Oh. I wonder. Yeah, some of these are bear up under repeated viewings more than others.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that kind of concludes his little opening set that he does, and then this is his segue into his coin routine.
That's pretty
I
cool.
like that. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty good segue.
And that benefits from music,
This is pretty magical. That appearance was good.
no doubt. Look at that. Look at that coin flicking.
Mm-hmm.
Oi.
Look at that. Ho!
Yeah. This
This
is
benefit
what we call very European. Making a meal out of it, so to speak.
It's weird because when you say European, it's like the Leonard Green style is, that like people from Holland aren't really.
Well, Leonard Green is sort of Leonard. This is sort of like, I feel like this is Vallerano is like the ultimate in French style magic, but Leonard Green is sort of like Leonard Green.
Yeah, he's his own
Look
thing.
at that. That looked great. And Vallerano, I think he does this stuff so beautifully that while let's just say this is not the natural style that we developed in the United States, but if you're talking about what the benefits of a stylistic act is, he's doing it beautifully. Look at that. So pretty.
What's his name?
Jean-Pierre Vallerano.
Okay.
And
Did
it
you
looks
see that
great.
sniffer? The sniffer just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Sure did.
And you know what? It's not entirely unlike Pepe Carroll, stylistically. So it's, got a European energy to it from the time period.
Pepe Carroll.
Jose Carroll, yeah.
Hmm.
Sort of the Jean-Pierre Vallerano of Spain. And
But now this starts his card set, right? He had his little coin set just then, and now we're into his card set.
oui, oui. Mon Dieu. Very, very stylistic. I'd never want to play cards with this guy.
No, it's really beautiful. It's beautiful stuff. It really is. But you're right. Never play cards. Ever.
Look, he does it beautifully,
It's great, yeah.
I mean, I guess in '91 they gave him a FISM award for it.
Huh.
Well, FISM is a European competition, and this is a very European type act, and again, it's pretty.
And it's something you can do in any country. He's not speaking, so there's no language barrier here.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And if you can tour across Europe and do close-up magic like this, you probably get noticed by FISM folks.
You can do TV in any country.
TV in any country. There it is.
I like that.
That's
That's
great.
pretty sweet right there.
Très acrobatique. I don't even think that's right.
Like, I can't even imagine the number of hours that little set right there just took.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely like a little dance, right?
Mm-hmm. Because it looked like when you said he was jamming at the beginning, I was thinking, oh, maybe he's jamming. But actually, like, it looks more to me like he's got every single part of it rehearsed, like every move,
Enough of it is circus-like in its handling. There's enough throwing of things in the air and stuff like that. But you sometimes have to throw things 2 or 3 times. You sort of have to develop a sort of style that lets you have to pick things up a few times, throw them again a few times.
Little wind up.
And then you have to hit it more often than you miss,
There's that. That's probably why those effects were there at the beginning, because those were like surefire, like big changes and big things happening. Make you watch close so that he can do this stuff that's a little bit more subtle, as it were.
This is an interesting right here. I was watching this earlier.
Boom!
It's back.
Time for a drink yet?
This is the second one.
And that's a perfect snifter for having your pinky up.
It really is.
It is, isn't it?
The ring hits the glass and makes that sound.
Un petit
And you
décalage.
want that pinky straight out when you're holding that glass.
All right, we got a 10. We got 2 aces.
All right. Effect time.
Ooh,
Oh, ooh,
see what I mean?
oh.
So the style allows for that kind of thing.
Remove the move.
That's just the kind of thing that
Oh, that's beautiful. That's nice there, though.
if you allow for a little shenanigan, it was beautiful.
beautifully,
Look at that.
beautiful
Lee Asher would love
somersault.
that. Lee
No.
Asher would-
The look of it is really something, though, man. Wow, that is audacious.
Well, that's kind of the argument for the other approach. Right there.
Yep.
Yeah. The thing
Oh, so
is,
there's literally 2 glasses on the table. I didn't notice the other one was still there. Wow.
well, there's 4 aces, so what do you think would be the logical conclusion of this act?
Oh,
Ooh.
little
You have this
foreshadow.
all queued up to watch 45 minutes of Vallerano?
No, it's almost over.
Just the 10.
Just the tip. Yeah.
Just the 10. You can really learn a lot about style. It's a good opportunity to think about what kind of card magic you like to perform and why.
And it could sound like we were being that we were being a little hesitant to tell you to adopt this style or whatever, but that's not what we're saying.
No, I'm saying if you like it, you can see what's great about it here.
Yeah.
He just put out like his life's work. He just published a big book of all this stuff.
He
Yeah?
did?
Who wrote it?
Yeah, I was actually kind of curious about it, but it's like a big
Boom!
Hey,
God,
whoa!
there you go. He split
was
that glass in 2 like a bird.
From a spread. That was something.
He keeps 4 glasses of booze in his deck.
All right, this is the big finale here, which is a little anticlimactic, but it's fine. After 4 sniffers, I don't think you can do much else.
That's called a denouement. What did they
Ah.
blank? Suppress.
Huh?
Fiend.
Ah,
The end. The end.
Nice. Hey,
Hey.
That's it.
Gimme.
Yeah.
prop
Yeah.
food.
That's
Wow.
it.
So yeah, I mean, so here's the thing, man. That stuff is beautifully done, and you really get to see what a real European style close-up act is. There's plenty to see, and it's part circus, part magic. I mean, it's astonishing. Those glass productions are absolutely amazing. The American style is about the natural style, natural meaning less handling, looking like you're just sort of doing stuff as you would normally do it, and then magic happens. When you're doing stuff that has a lot more of that graceful, flourishing trapeze act type stuff, there's a lot of room. You can sit back and just enjoy it. And it's not really, like Adam was saying, it's not really based on language. It's not based on the audience and stuff like that. You can really just enjoy the candy for the eyes. Steve?
yeah, it's a really different style. This was really that style in the 60s and 70s, I think, really. And I almost think of it as like it's like performance style, right? And instead of you being present in the room with the person, it's like an entertainment you can just watch and enjoy.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's bad. I think he's fantastic. I actually remember now watching this that I saw him live one time at a convention where they just hustled him into a room. They didn't say he was going to be there. And he did pretty much a set like that. I remember the glasses, all that stuff,
Oh, you saw that live?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was like a weird thing, I didn't know who he was and he wasn't announced or anything. They just said, it's a special thing. Be in this room. Like one of those things,
It's an
But anyway,
opportunity to think about what you like. And if you
Yeah.
like it, then you can certainly do it. But when you're learning this stuff, you sort of have to decide what you want that end result to be like, like we were talking about with Amar recently. And so he's doing a lot of stuff that we like to practice when we're learning card magic, a lot of beautiful sort of midair somersaults and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And you can really see that it has a very skillful appearance. You get to watch and you say, mon Dieu, what skillful stuff is happening there, So I think when we look at Lennart Green, you said the second clip was going to be Lennart Green, you really get to see something so different.
Mm.
It's almost like the opportunity is for you to decide what appeals to you for what reason. You know what I mean?
Should we roll into it right now?
dealing with a bunch of jaded old magicians who have very clear, specific tastes. Yeah, let's watch the other one.
Nothing anymore.
All right. This is
Yeah,
Leonard.
no, yeah, I don't like any of it.
I don't like any of it.
It's not true. I actually think it's all beautiful. It's just exciting that you have so many choices about what you want to do. You know?
Well, if you think about that Vallerano stuff, all those effects are great. The problem is that he's doing it for such a large swath of the population by making the choice of doing it to music. But if you isolate any one of those pieces and you script it out, it could be like a full piece of magic. It's just that he's chosen what you guys have been saying, just stylistically. He chose to put all this stuff together to make that be the show that is just rapid fire, just coming at you real fast. But I think his stuff is beautiful. I think all of his magic is really beautiful. It's just that when he presents it in this way, it's not. It's almost like fast food magic when you're watching it like this. And I prefer to savor the taste a little bit.
Well, it's interesting what you said, too,
Aroma,
Alex.
if you will.
Yeah.
That's what you said earlier about him too, just about starting the set with that really flashy stuff, the big stuff, so that you dial in and pay more attention. I thought that was you that said that. Maybe Aaron said that, but that's an interesting. I had not thought about that. That's an interesting choice to do as well. But Lennart is from Sweden, so he is. It's interesting. This says 1991 on there.
Oh,
I don't know if this was filmed in 91 or not, because I don't know how old the guy is now or any of that stuff. So let's watch it. You tell me what you guys think.
He was definitely the hottest thing around.
In the 90s?
91, 92, 93, sure. I remember.
I've seen this.
And I will ask different person to name any card. So just shout any card and cheers.
I had to rewind that and watch that about 3 times. It's really good.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good.
So casual.
Let's just watch it one more time.
Any card and cheers.
No. We didn't quite go back far enough. You ready, Aaron? You're going to see him in a second in the audience.
So, anyone, please name any card.
Ten of spades.
Pardon?
Ten of spades.
10 of spades. Perfect. And you should say 2 of hearts. 10 of spades. So first I will try to locate 10 of spades. I will do it very, very quick, but in slow motion so you can follow. Right?
Now, come on. That's pretty good, right? Oh, look.
Oh, yeah. I think that's, what's his name? Tom Ransom in the back.
Are you talking about this guy here? Oh.
And next card was 2 of hearts. Okay. In this case, I will spread the deck, and we use 10 of spades, and you say stop anywhere.
Stop.
Here? 2 of hearts. Yes. 2 of hearts.
I missed it. Like, what was that effect? I never even understood that. Was the card? Was it the other card before?
He produced the 10 of spades, threw it on the table, then moved on. Then, as the reveal, it was we'll use the 10 of spades, and then the 10 of spades was the card.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right, got it.
He was a little bit ahead of you, right?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit more than I can even guess.
You have no
This
power
was
in this
actually
situation.
an example of a card switch, which is very useful in cheating methods. Of course, I never cheat, but I like the methods. I don't like the cheater's moral, but I'm very interested in gambling techniques. And okay, we have 2 cards, 2 of spades and 2 of hearts. Another person, another card? Any? Pardon? Ace of diamonds. So not ace of hearts? No, diamonds. Okay.
He got giant hands, doesn't he?
Mm.
He's a big guy.
Which card shall I change to ace of diamond? Maybe 10 or 2? Your decision? 10. Ace of diamonds. So I can use 10 of diamonds to demonstrate different gambling slides. For example, second deal. Second deal, in this case, you have the card second from top, and you deal the card like this. Middle deal, here, you have the card in the middle. And for example, if I have a die here, name the number of the die. 6. Die is 6. So the 6th card will be ace of diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I will do it a little quicker, more smooth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Thank you. Face up. And if I exaggerate, you'll see the card coming. Another way to find a card very quick from the center is this. You see, I'll square the pack and do this.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
I think I
That's what messed me. So I saw him at the castle, and it messed me up pretty hard because I could not follow when he was really doing something and when he was feigning something and when something was just an alternative method, you know?
It's the beautiful controlled chaos. You know, you just don't feel like anything has ever happened before. It's scripted in any way. He's just, it seems like, you know, he's just bouncing around, but we all know, like, he's beyond an expert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, he's the only, he more than any other card expert shuffles in a way that only he shuffles, and has created this look like he is so very ham-handed, and it's very carefully choreographed to be completely natural and believable, while doing it at the same time. The basic rules are is that when you shuffle cards, it's supposed to look like a regular person shuffling cards, and that's more believable than, say, watching a person who's juggling when they're shuffling the cards, which we had an example of, right? Very, very smooth. With Lennart, it's the opposite of smooth. It's rough, and it's gruff, and it's loud, and the cards sound like they're cracking and crunching, but it's just so believable. When he does it, he creates those illusions, and one really does believe that he's really doing what he says he's doing. So when you saw him bury that card in the middle of the deck, even though it doesn't look like anyone else bearing a card in the middle of the deck, you believe he's really doing it. You know, it's a good example of how every now and again a person arises who seems to be able to break those guidelines and still make it work, you know?
I was just going to say that he like bends, folds, spindles, mutilates. I mean, like, the deck is like one play, you know, and that's what I love about him, because he just, seems so careless. I'm sorry, Adam, go ahead.
I was just, I know we don't really discuss methods and stuff, but that one move that he's really particularly good at, the thing that kind of is the signature of a lot of, and the basis for a lot of the things that he does. Like, is he arguably the best in the world at that exact thing?
There's a bunch of things that I would say he's arguably the best.
Well, because he uses a bunch of techniques that he created, and the thing about those techniques is other people can do them, and he's taught them and published them, but they're so very grafted into his own physicality that it ends up looking, for the most part, like like other people are wearing someone else's clothes when they do them.
Interesting.
It feels a lot like, oh, sorry, Steve, go ahead.
No, go, buddy, go.
It feels a lot like when people study Slidini and they become Slidini. It's the same thing with Lennart. You know, he's his own thing. He studied all the stuff and he's come up with his own methods. And it's, you know, it's remarkable because you you can't copy him. He is a one of a kind. And that's kind of what we're all striving for in magic, is to try to find our own niche and be that. And, he definitely found that at a young age and has been playing this role for a very long time. It was remarkable to see. I was actually there the day that this was shot. I was
Oh my God.
I was production assistant on this, and there was actually an instructional thing that came with it. So I got to see a lot of the methods and hang out with Lennart. And it was a slice of it here because there was mostly laymen in the room. A handful of magicians were there as well, but it was mostly laymen. And I got to see him perform for laymen a few times. And that was really the litmus test, right? When you see him really do these things and you see just jaws drop and you see laymen watching this and going, who is this? Where's this guy from? And how can this even be possible? You see just how strong of an effect this whole thing that he's crafted here really has on people. And it's wonderful. I think Lennart is definitely one of the best ever. I love Lennart Green. It's wonderful to watch him.
I'd drive 10 hours to see him.
Right. That's an Amar callback.
I would drive 10 hours.
Well, let's watch a little bit more, shall we?
Now a false count to any number.
False count.
Which card shall I use? 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The same card all the time.
Magic coin.
8, 9, 10. Yeah. Thank you. The reason why this works is when I put one card at the table like this, it's not one card, it's actually a bunch of cards, but it looks like one, right? So here, if you look, and then I can use it as a...
Alex, do you remember how this
Now,
ends?
a little dangerous thing.
Alex, do you remember how this?
I think I do.
It's funny because when you're watching Lennart through this whole thing, and you see he's sort of prepping for the end, as he's going, and it's really interesting to me how he does it on the offbeats and everything. It's really good.
Yeah.
I will use 2 of hearts. Hopefully, yeah. Here.
So this is the finale, right? This is the
Laser
right.
light.
So, oh, sorry. Don't look at the beam. Because my fault. It's enough, sorry to say, but it's enough with a fraction of a second to destroy the retina. Yeah, I should have mentioned that in advance, because this is the strongest laser ever invented. But you can relax. It takes half an hour before it works, so you have plenty of time to see my whole performance, right? I think I take over. So, you see the beam? Now, I deal the cards in the beam, and immediately when they reach the beam, they disappear, right? Yeah. Okay. Then, I take 2 of hearts and move it back. Take back the other one, take back 2 of hearts. Yeah. Thank you. Now, anyone, please name any suit. Another person?
What, Queen of Hearts?
Not queen, a complete suit. Now we can take Queen of Hearts. You also decide. Wait. For you.
I love that.
Sorry, Queen of
It
Hearts.
just looks like it's nothing, right?
Then we take a complete suit, right? But first, Queen of Hearts. Right?
Fisher, that looks like something you would have done back in the 90s right there, buddy.
Yeah. Like, all I would have done in the 90s is go to high school.
That's right. On Vallerano's clip, it was still called micro magic at FISM.
That's right.
Yeah, really.
Micromagie.
Metro.
All right, here we go. Somebody said clubs, the suit clubs.
Thank you. And then a suit, clubs. So now my strategy is to locate clubs. So in this case, I think now I have, yeah.
Look at this thing.
Perfect.
The dude definitely did burn through a lot of cards.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, clubs. Okay.
Jeez.
So here is the clubs.
That's actually it. That's actually it. That's where it ends there. I don't know if there was more to that. Do you remember, Alex?
I think that the whole deck was there. I think
Yeah,
he
I
had
think the whole deck's
all of
there.
the suits, and then at the end, I think he produces like a whiskey bottle out of that, and it's like out of his shoe, right? I think
Rock, a whiskey bottle, you know.
it's stuff you're just like pummeled by the end. You're just like, what just happened to me?
Yep.
I was
Yep.
just watching that, and I was just thinking, okay, like we look at this with reverence. It's Lennart Green, right? We all know, love that everything about it. But then I just think, imagine like he's just sitting at a table in the bar, something like
happened.
that, and
It happened
that
to me.
guy, yeah, and it's just like it would be so like an alien landed. You know what I mean? It would be just so off. I'm not saying that in a negative way, of course. I mean, just a superhuman person landed.
You were totally right. It happened to me. We were doing this shoot, and it was directly after a convention, and we went to lunch before we went to this video shoot that was at the, there was like a big clubhouse that was rented out for where this thing was shot. We went to lunch and we had sushi, and we were just jamming on Magic, and we overstayed our welcome. We got to the afternoon break at the sushi restaurant, and we're the only folks in there. And all of the wait staff has seen us do magic stuff, and they come over and they're like, "Can you do some magic for us?" And Lennart's like, "I got this." I was like, like, I'm going to try to take that spotlight. And he did his FISM act, and they gave us sake when we left because we'd already paid our bill. That they just gave us booze. They brought us beers, and they brought us big bottles of sake that we had on the video set when we were shooting this thing. And it was that very thing that you're talking about. It was alien-like. Who is this guy? What is happening here? And there it is.
It's really the way Magic's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about style. When Aaron brought that up, just couldn't be any more different in the two of those performances. And a really good way for us to kick off the Afternoon Astonishment series once again. We're back, and we'll be doing this quite a lot. So thanks for joining us today as we watched two great magicians. And Alex and Aaron, Steve, thank you guys.